Now what you've all been waiting for, the conclusion of the Freak 16, the Final Four. Who will take home the prize in the 2016 Republican presidential primaries? Show me my Final Four here, and these matchups are fascinating. Jeb Bush versus Ted Cruz, Rand Paul versus Chris Christie. In the first matchup here, Bush versus Cruz, establishment versus outsider, Tea Party populists, tear the government down. Yeah, he's going to have a lot of people chanting and rallying and getting very enthusiastic about him as they get into the later rounds, I believe. But in the end, in the Republican Party, the establishment is a heavyweight. He's already got $114 million, and we have barely begun yet. I'm putting Jeb Bush in the finals. He made it all the way to the finals with the last name Bush, both because of the last name and despite the last name. All right, now, Rand Paul, Chris Christie. Again, if this was real and they're either in a ring or they're debating, man, grab the popcorn. That would be an amazing matchup. It's just fascinating to see. It, of course, doesn't work like that in the real world. So the question here is who's going to outlast who will be among the final two Republican candidates? I believe the answer is that there is a real populist contender here, and it is Rand Paul. Rand Paul will take down Chris Christie, so it will, in the final analysis, be the top establishment candidate versus the top populist candidate. Now, a lot of the mainstream pundits don't believe. They think Rand Paul, being outside of the Republican establishment, meaning not greasing the military-industrial complex, etc., won't have as much of a chance. I think he's got a lot of name recognition. I don't think he needs as much money as the Jeb Bushes of the world to win. I think he's got a fighting chance, and he's got some popular positions. So in the end, who will the Republicans go with? Your final champion for 2016. The winner of Freak 16 is, in a stunning upset, the Dr. Rand Paul. Oh my God, what has happened? So I believe that when the voters in the later primary states boil this down to, wait, am I really going to go with another establishment guy? The same establishment that's been screwing us. And yes, the Republicans are at least as angry as the Democrats are at Washington, at the establishment. And what says establishment more than Jeb Bush? I think they will go and say, let me try something new. Let me try something a little bolder. And Rand Paul still appeals enough to the rich with his flat tax ideas. Don't worry, guys, I got you covered. You can safely donate to me because I will cut your taxes even more than the other guys will. And he also appeals to the masses by saying things that are at least vaguely popular in both Republican primary circles and in general election circles. I think Rand Paul takes it and goes up against the Democratic nominee. Boy, it's been a hell of a ride. Can you imagine if I'm right? The degree of gloating I will do will be record-breaking. Okay, so now you have my answers for who I think is going to win the Republican field. Can't wait.